Your Excellency, dear Ambassador, dear Minister, dear friends. It is with particular joy that I welcome you on behalf of the Medical Devices and Diagnostics Committee of the AmCham to the 20th Health World. I was thinking, the last time I had a presentation in this, what I did last year, 10 years ago in this conference during my presentation back then, and the things we have achieved after 8 years of financial crisis and 2 years of the pandemic crisis, maybe we cannot comprehend what we've done in this, even if we spend time on that. We've struggled, and of course it's high time that we thought what we can do in the future. The 2-year pandemic has taught us a lot. That's why, in this contribution of mine, what I'd like to do is to comment on specific teachings we took from the pandemic so that we have an eye to the future. One of the main things we have to take into account, and that applies to everyone, is that health is not a cost center only. It's not a kind of expense. It's an investment. All these years of organizing this conference in order to produce ideas, initiatives, those investments from major companies, pharmaceuticals and biomedicine companies have been vast, immense, and that's what it will happen in the future. The companies involved in this forum are here in order to invest in our healthcare system, and one of the reasons I'm saying so is the following. We have the minister joining, taking his position 2 months ago. So I want him to know that we will be standing by him in whatever he sets to achieve in order to promote the healthcare system. 3 points for the coming days, for the coming weeks, the coming months. 1, we have to rebudget as far as health is concerned, starting with primary health care, hospital, clinics, etc. Unless we make these changes, unless we set the budget right, unless we have the budget at the center of attention when it comes to our hospitals, we will always have an issue and we will always say that healthcare is a cost center. No. We have to have sophisticated medical equipment available in order to increase safety, effectiveness, and performance of our works. Without such equipment, without this kind of innovation available, we won't be able to compete against other European countries. So at this very point, I'd like to highlight and I'd like to congratulate the government for the past 2 years because they made an amazing effort in something we've been talking about in this conference for the past 6 or 7 years. This was how to restructure our procurement system. Happily enough, ECAP has been established. ECAP stands for the National Authority for Health Procurement. Thanks to this authority, we are in constant communication with the authority. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Kotsiopoulos and Mr. Bartzokas for all their work. Allow me to say that in the presence of the Minister. And I think that there will be certain results out of these efforts, and we will save money. That's for certain. Second, we are at the onset of our digital transformation. The healthcare system has swiftly to transform itself. Digital technology have to be introduced immediately, and of course, interconnecting all health units and facilities. It's very important for all our hospitals to be digitally interlinked, interconnected, so they have a single language of communication. There's no way. I mean, we keep on talking with, we have to, let's say, engage in a different language in order to communicate with every single hospital. It's high time that we design the future together with the ministry. Last point of mine. This is something that I have been, let's say, underlining. That's something I underline because I'm pretty sure that the minister will delve into and he will deliver. We are at the brink of a new pandemic. And this is the pandemic of in-hospital infections. It's something that we try to mask, try to conceal, but there is a problem. It's out there. As we speak, we have patients who are dying because of some infection which they caught in a hospital. And of course, private healthcare has the same problem to face. So we are quite lucky to have the minister attending this event. He is a person who knows very well how dangerous these in-hospital infections are. What I'd like to say, what I'd like to wish for is to embrace or to take into consideration this issue, because otherwise it will become the new pandemic. I don't want to spend more of your time. I'm pretty sure that the sessions, the roundtables that will follow will give us a lot of feedback, a lot of good ideas, and then we will pull all this together and transfer the conclusions to the ministry. I'd like to thank you all for your attendance, for your presence, and I'd like now to invite our minister to address the floor.